Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Fun and Budget Act. I wanted to give a brief little overview about who I am and what I would like for this channel to be about. My name is Tinesha Davis, and I wanted to introduce myself by kind of giving you a glimpse of what my 2015 looked like. Last year, I lived total freestyle mode. Didn't do a lot of planning, spent what I wanted to do, and went wherever I wanted to go. Um, and for instance, the number one thing I have is last year I took 17 vacations. Maybe three of these were planned. Actually, maybe two of them were planned. My life looked like this. Hey, Tanisha, want to go to Africa? Sure, when? Tomorrow. Okay, great, I'm down. And that's basically how I did it last year. 17 vacations. Of course, none of this was saved for, none of this was planned. I got up, I pulled from my savings account, and I went on these vacations. I also snowboarded 15 days last year. As a lot of you know, and for those of you who don't know, snowboarding is a very expensive sport. You have to travel to get where you're going. A lot of places don't have mountains locally for you to snowboard on, and that in itself can be expensive. Also, just the cost of buying lift tickets and renting equipment, which luckily I was able to save money there because I own my own equipment that I actually got at a good price. Number three, last year, 2015, I attended 11 conferences. Most of these conferences have to do with writing because I am a writer. I'm a lot of things actually, but one of my passions is writing. So I attended a lot of writing conferences. I also attended a few yoga conferences because yoga is another passion of mine. And with all of this, 17 vacations, 15 days snowboard, and 11 conferences, I some way somehow managed to save $13,212. That's additional savings. So in that 1 year alone, that's how much I saved. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And I think part of that is because I've always been a natural saver. So saving is something that's always been a part of my lifestyle, something that's very easy for me to do because my mentality is if you stay prepared, you never have to get prepared. And so with that, because I know I like to go whenever something pops up and I like to be able to afford to take opportunity, I always save as much as possible so that I can spend whatever's necessary for me to go out and have fun. I also managed to pay off $27,013 of debt last year. That included all of my student loans. So finally got the student loans paid off. Last year I purchased a car for my mom. It wasn't a brand new car because I don't buy brand new cars anymore, but I managed to pay that off last year. I managed to pay off a lot of things. Even with the 27,000 saved off, I still had 13,000 in debt. And so this year, when I did the Dave Ramsey plan, if you look at the first video, you will see that I paid off the remainder of that debt, which looking at this, I now see that this 13,000 that was saved, it actually kind of equaled the sum total of all the debt that I have. So I went into 2016. Well, I'm currently in 2016 debt free, which is a pretty exciting place to be. Number six, I also managed to have $18,586 contributed to my 401k. And I say contributed because my company matches 6% of whatever I put in. And at that point, I was putting in 7% of my income into my 401k plan. With their 6% match, that equaled $18,586 that was contributed. Again, freestyle, no plan. I did not have a plan. I just kind of did these things almost by accident. And the seventh thing that I was able to accomplish last year was I helped my son go to Ghana. He did a fundraiser to go to Ghana, and I contributed $1,000 to his fund for him to go there and do literary work and literacy work in some of the villages in Ghana and also working with some of the scholars in Ghana. So that was pretty exciting. Number 8, and with all of that, I also accomplished writing and publishing one book last year. And that book is A Course in Gratitude. And it's the art of how we use gratitude to change our lives. And when I look at this list, like I said, totally unplanned, totally not thought out, totally winging it. I would have to say that it was my gratitude practice that made all of these things possible. So that's what I hope my channel to be about, because having fun, enjoying life, living in the moment, living with no regrets is super, super important to me. But the other thing that's super important to me is having money saved, living a debt-free lifestyle, and not owing anything to anybody. So I want to take this year, 2016, to explore what does that look like when we stop winging it and when we do it on purpose, when we live with intention, when we budget with intention, when we spend our money with intention, when we choose to save our dollars with intention. This is an experiment for me. I want to have the most fun, but I also want to save the most too. So that's what this is, the Fun and Budget Act, where fun... Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to say something deep. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let me try it again. The Fun and Budget Act, where balance is key, money feels infinite, and in all we do, we find fun, even with a budget. Hope you enjoy my videos. Thank you.